I think we can all agree that being digitally overwhelmed is kind of the new normal. There's always that nagging awareness of messages coming through or things that you might be missing out on. It's like trying to enjoy a meal while constantly checking your phone. You're present in body but not in spirit. And over time, this silent squeeze can wear us down, affecting our focus, our creativity, and even our sleep. So, what if instead of battling this tide, we try riding it? What if we work with the rhythm of our digital lives instead of constantly fighting against it? What if we reimagine the way we interact with our technology? That's what we're diving into today, a mindset shift and some practical tips on how to design your environment and your relationship with tech so that you can reclaim presence in your life. It's not about quitting technology. It's about using it in a way that serves us, not the other way around. So let's dive in. First up, let's talk about why designing for calm is so darn important. Our brains are wired for focus, but our modern tech-saturated world seems bent on rewiring us for distraction. With notifications vying for our attention and endless feeds just a swipe away, it's like trying to meditate while standing in the middle of Times Square. Our brains are amazing, but they need guidance. If we don't consciously design our digital spaces, we'll keep getting pulled into patterns that leave us frazzled and disconnected from the present moment. Now, here's the catch. Tech companies aren't exactly designing for our peace of mind. They're in the business of keeping us engaged, which means it's up to us to create the calm amidst the digital storm. But how do we do that without sounding like we're about to embark on a digital detox retreat? Well, it starts with small intentional changes. It's about taking back control over our digital lives instead of letting them control us. Think of it as decluttering your life, but for your digital spaces. Unsubscribe to those newsletters that just clutter your inbox, unfollow accounts that drain your energy, and curate your social media experience so that it uplifts you rather than overwhelms you. And then there's the big one, notifications. Yes, turning them off completely is an option, but it doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing decision. Instead, think about it this way. Who do you want to hear from, and what do you want to hear about without being jolted out of your flow state? Make a list, then turn on notifications only for those. Everything else can wait until you've finished your work, your creative session, or your quiet time. You can also schedule regular digital detoxes where you put your phone on Do Not Disturb for a set period each day. But hold on, I know what you're thinking. What if something urgent comes up? Well, in the age of smart technology, there are ways to make your environment work for you, not against you. Imagine a smart home that recognizes when you're in deep focus mode and quiets down the background noise, both literally and figuratively. Smart lighting can signal to your brain that it's time to settle in and concentrate. And hey, if something really urgent does come up, you can always check your phone on your terms. It's about finding that balance between staying connected and maintaining your peace. And here's a bonus tip: batch your communication. Instead of responding to emails and messages as they come in, set aside specific times during your day to process them. This way, you won't be constantly pulled out of whatever you're doing, and you'll have the mental space to craft thoughtful responses instead of sending off quick replies. You see, we're not aiming to become digital monks. We're aiming to integrate technology into our lives in a way that enhances, not detracts from our well-being and presence. So now let's talk about what the future holds. Spoiler alert, it's looking mindful. Designers and tech innovators are increasingly aware of the impact of digital overwhelm and are creating solutions that prioritize our mental health and presence. There's a growing movement towards calm technology, a term coined by the designer and author John Maeda. Calm technology is all about designing digital products and environments that promote mindfulness and reduce distractions. Apps are being developed with minimal interfaces and focus timers built in. Digital well-being tools are becoming standard features in our devices, not just gimmicks. And companies are starting to understand that the best way to engage users isn't through endless scrolling, but through meaningful interactions. Some forward-thinking companies are even exploring ethical AI to help manage notifications and filter out the noise, giving you back control over your digital life. It's a step towards a future where technology enhances our lives without overwhelming us. In a nutshell, designing for presence is about shifting our mindset from being constantly reactive to technology to being proactive and intentional. It's not about escaping the digital world. It's about navigating it in a way that works for us, not against us. It's the difference between being a passenger and a driver. And you, yes, you have the power to steer your digital life in a more mindful direction. We've come full circle to where we started, haven't we? Remember that feeling of losing yourself in a good book or the joy of a walk in the park without your phone. Those moments of pure presence are what we're striving for. Those moments where you're fully immersed in the here and now. And it's entirely possible to create more of these moments, not just in your personal life, but in your work life too. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you're more successful at staying present than others. Be kind to yourself on those days when you find yourself pulled back into the whirlwind of digital overwhelm. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. As we wrap up this conversation about designing for presence, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the ways you've managed to avoid digital overwhelm in your own life? Share your experiences, your insights, and your go-to strategies in the comments below. Your story might resonate with someone who's just beginning their journey towards a more mindful relationship with technology. And if you found this conversation helpful, please don't hesitate to hit the like button. It's a small gesture that helps spread the word about the importance of presence in our increasingly digital world. Here's a simple 3-step action plan to start reclaiming your presence today. Step 1. Unsubscribe, unfollow, and declutter. Free yourself from the digital noise by removing subscriptions, notifications, and apps that don't serve your peace. Step 2. Set boundaries. Designate tech-free zones and times in your day to anchor your presence. Whether it's your bedroom, the dinner table, or the first 30 minutes of your morning, protect these spaces and moments fiercely. Step 3. Choose presence. When faced with the choice between checking your phone and savoring a present moment, choose presence. It's in these small intentional acts that you'll reclaim your peace and quiet. Designing for presence is an ongoing conversation. It's a dialogue between you and your technology, your environment, and your own habits. Remember, it's a journey of small intentional steps that compound over time. Stay curious, stay open, and stay present. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, may your days be filled with more mindful moments and peaceful tech choices.